another person of their property or to imperil their rightful interests. So in other words, you know that something belongs to someone else, and you use some kind of deception or trick or dishonesty so that you can take it. So looking back at element number 2 here, are these people intending to defraud Chase Bank by participating in the money glitch trend? Keep in mind, this element is all about someone's mental state. You have to ask what is going on inside their brain in deciding to do what they're trying to do here. And when it comes to proving any kind of a case, elements of mental state are generally the hardest to prove for any kind of a crime because you have to use things like what the defendant said or maybe other circumstances like what was communicated to the defendant right before they decided to act or other circumstances that were going on around them at the time. So usually the question to ask for this particular element is what about this money glitch trend was prompting these people to act on it? Did people think that there was just some fairy godmother that was giving this money out? Did they think that Chase Bank was just voluntarily giving this money out of its own sense of generosity? Or did they think that this money was just like appearing out of nowhere and it didn't belong to anyone at all before they themselves claimed it? These are all possibilities. But when you think about the fact that people were participating in a money glitch trend, can't help but think about the fact that there's that word, glitch. Everyone has some understanding of what the word glitch means. It's a mistake, it's a malfunction, it's the instance where something is temporarily going wrong and causing something to happen that normally shouldn't happen. So if people have an understanding of the word glitch, they probably have some kind of idea that what's going on here is not something that's really supposed to happen. And people who rushed out to take advantage of the so-called glitch had to have known that this is not something that was going to be around forever. Now, are there naive people out there who are going to think that free money exists and it's not owned by anyone until it's like claimed by someone in this kind of a way? Yes, absolutely. There undoubtedly are people that are that naive. In fact, just about everyone probably harbors some level of naivety at some point in their lives because they've let their guard down for a moment, or maybe a little bit longer than a moment. But thinking about this realistically, a significant number of these people who partook in the challenge very likely understood that they were taking money out of the bank that belonged to someone, and that someone was not them. And as I said, proving mental state is generally very difficult, unless, of course, someone decided to upload a video to TikTok talking about what they were thinking in the moments surrounding this withdrawal. Yes, this entire trend is essentially self-snitching, with of course the asterisk that it seems like at least some of these videos might not actually be real. After all, there's this one that appears to show fake bills used as props for movies, so I don't really know what to do with that one. But anyway, I would venture to guess that at least some of these videos are real, and for those real videos, those can absolutely be used as evidence of criminal cases against these people. And that's true even if they delete them, because TikTok undoubtedly keeps some kind of copy of these videos on some server somewhere. And so in California, this can put someone in jail for up to 3 years. One person in California can get prosecuted under California law. Guess what? They can also get prosecuted under federal law as well. And that's where we get into some very significant punishments potentially. It's under 18 U.S. Code Section 1344, the Federal Bank Fraud Statute. Here, the prosecutors need to show the following. First, federal prosecutors have to show that there was a scheme to defraud a financial institution. And second, they have to show that the defendant either knowingly executed or knowingly attempted to execute the scheme with the intent to defraud. The fact that this was a known trend on TikTok seems to suggest we do in fact have a scheme here. So
right. So they're going to look up every TikTok trend and erase everybody. Did you hear me right? I said it right. Erase.
Mental state element here is what I talked about under
He's going to
law.
erase.
So the analysis is actually going to be very similar between these two. But the difference here is in the punishment. Whereas under California law, we're talking about a maximum of 3 years in prison. Under federal law, we're talking about up to 30 years in federal prison.
Teach me, white lady. I want to learn.
What's Bob Casey really going done?
I want to learn, white lady, what these niggas think they doing.
Two convicted felons?
And it sounds like the shit that we used to do back in the day.
Rapists from getting checks. Casey voted to send them checks anyway. Even the Boston Marathon bomber ended
Not the bomber!
a fat check.
Liar. Trump support that shit.
Big.
It sounds like Trump.
And it's time
Talking out the side of his mouth all the time. He talk out both sides of his mouth.
Leadership fund is responsible for the
That's the rightest, accurate thing that they could have ever said. Yes, especially with a damn cat. How much?
And when I say $1 million, I am not talking about the amount that the person has to pay back to the bank for the overdraft.
No, that's the
Those
shit.
data balances that you see on these TikToks, and they already have to pay that back. But then with this federal statute, they may have to pay an additional penalty on top of that.
Mhm.
And that penalty can be up to
$1 million.
Now, what would determine how much time actually someone spent in prison and how much they would have to pay in terms of the penalty does depend on a number of factors. There's whether they have a criminal history, whether they've done anything like this before, whether they have some kind of professional background maybe that shows that they should have known better, and probably also the amount that they withdrew, among other factors. Now, okay, to what extent was this really bank fraud? And to what extent were people participating in the trend because they were naive, they got cute, they made some kind of mistake? Well, there are some defenses to a charge of bank fraud. After all, writing a check that bounces is a much more common